Hey, best fight the best, you bitch ass nigga. I'll get back to you, okay? But for now, I just got back from a 1 month challenge. I'm already getting dirty in the dirt box, man. I'm getting my hands dirty in the dirt box already, man. So yesterday I just came back, and this is for my new subscribers or people that just about to view, right? So I'm gonna let them how to get down. So I'm gonna do a little something like Blue Blood, where he's gonna tell you the height, the reach, blah blah blah. Just speed me up to my subscribers already. Just speed me up to 1.75 or 2, whichever way you could process what I'm saying as fast as you can, right? So I'm letting you know right now, I was off. Yesterday was my first day back, and I was off because I did a 1 month challenge on my channel, betting myself of 2 opponents, Boo Boo, Andre, and David Benavidez. I had Boo Boo winning, and he lost. So I shut the fuck up for a month. When you're wrong, you just shut the fuck up. No excuses, no blah, 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 right? I also won when Crawford beat Errol. So I won win and one loss, just in case we got some new subscribers and new winners. So I did this challenge twice. All right. So, I'm here, and I came back, and as soon as I come back, I'm at the plantation to 9 to 5 for the city and shit like that. So I'm about to get off, and I'm usually listening to, as the day go, I listen to different channels, all kinds of channels. The ones I hate and the ones I love, and the ones that I'm mutual with, right? So I'm looking around. I listen to Blue Blood. He comes up, and he's talking about Anthony Joshua Wilder, and this is his opinion that he feels that Wilder needs to take a touch up before he fights Joshua. That's his opinion, right? And I'm saying they had a 2-fight deal. So who cares if Joshua loses or win, or who cares if Wilder lost or win? But the outcome was he lost, Wilder, and Joshua won. And Joshua still want to fight Wilder, regardless. So I hear the Wakandas, they crying and bitching and whatever, right? And they want a certain version of Wilder to fight AJ, right? So we got to stretch this shit out until we find a better version of Wilder, right? So I said, all right, you know what? I'm done. It's around 5 o'clock. I said, oh, okay. Let me see I know Coach Malachi is up in there. Coach Malachi. So I said, let me go to Coach Malachi. I listened to him. He's doing Anthony Joshua and Wilder, and he got a lot of opinions on it. And I'm listening and blah, blah, blah. Should he hang it up, Wilder, or should he take a touch up, or he should fight AJ right away? And so I'm listening, and I said, the day before I was listening to Manager Marty, and I said to myself, let me go back and listen to the rest of that, right? So I click on his channel, and he's live. The brother's live, right? So I said, let me check out the Negro and see what he's saying. So I'm going to listen to his live, and I'm trying to see what topic he's on. And the topic he's on is snack again. All right, so he's on snack. So I said, all right, bet, cool. All right, so, the last time I was on this channel, I think I went on this channel once or twice, right? I think it was 2 times I went on this channel, right? But the last time, I think he had a family member of Terrence Crawford, right? Like I said. And now this time, he had Victor Conte. Yeah. Well, I was on earlier with him. And then me and a couple of other brothers got off because Victor Conte came. So Coach Malachi had Victor Conte on his show. And now Manager Marty have Victor Conte in his show. And they both good interviews. But the one with Manager Marty was more detailed. You could see his face. You could see Victor Conte's face, blah, blah, blah. So in part 6, because this is part 5. In part 6, and do your homework. And you can speed me up real quick in doing your homework, right? You don't have to hear me in normal speed. You can speed it up. Go watch part 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you could come with, because this is a whole Marty event. Yeah, it's a Marty marathon right here now, right? So, in this, I'm going to let it run. And I'm going to let you see where I'm coming from and how I view things and how he viewed things, right? And then at the end of this video, I'm going to explain a couple of things before we go into part 6. Man, let's go and run this track.
Twice. But I know for sure he came up here once at the same time that LC, the friend of Terrence Crawford, came up that same day. And Captain Fool also came on that day as well. In fact, Captain Fool have also done YouTube videos dissing me. And so I'm glad that he's here, because I haven't heard from him since he left the panel. And he did some videos, to my understanding, where he expressed his perspective of me. And so I'm going to let him up, regardless of whether I agree with. I didn't see all his videos, but don't matter if I agree with it or not. He's here. And to me, he didn't disrespect me to a point where I can't allow him up here. So I don't think it's fair that the man didn't disrespect me and not let him up here. Caps and 4G, we're glad to have you. How you doing, sir?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Caps and 4? Yes. How you doing, sir? Can you hear me?
Well, can you hear me? I'm good.
Yes,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Thanks for bringing me back up, because, I didn't disrespect you. I was trying to educate you. You know what I'm saying? Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. It was some questions that I was on your video, and you was telling me something about you didn't know WADA had anything to do with VADA or USADA, and I said they the protocols, and you was like, I never heard that before. So, on my channel,
What did I say? I said what?
That you didn't have WADA, WADA, had nothing to do with VADA or USADA, and I said, yes, they do. They go through WADA's protocols, and they use their labs. And I got it on recorded. I recorded it so your people could check my content out. And so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cut it right here, and I'm going to go to part 2 of my video about what I was proving what Marty said. Marty said this, and I'm going to prove what he said that he did not know. Follow me.
I've never heard that before. It's the first time I'm hearing that. Hey, all right, so I'll show you that part. I know about the clean boxing program, but I've never heard of VADA using, they'll administer it, but they're sending the results or the blood urine analysis to VADA. I've never heard that before. They're their own independent agency. Why would they need to? So you see about not VADA at all. That's what I'm saying. Yo,
am I in the Twilight Zone? I'm just showing you proof, part 2 of my video, right? So you know what he said. Am I in the fucking Twilight Zone here? He said there are 3 different entities. They're 3 different organizations, right? I didn't know WADA had anything to do, and what VADA had anything to do with WADA, and they all test for different things. Yes, that's a fact. WADA tests for a certain amount of compounds and substance and PEDs and blah blah blah. So does VADA. So does USADA. Some test for certain compounds. VADA, they test for a lot more compounds. I'll give you a fucking example. The isotope test. It's for testosterone. And to see, you can have 100 to 100 ratio. That still equals to 1 to 1, right? So what the isotope test does, they want to make sure you 1 to 1 with your testosterone and your epitestosterone. And if you're off, that shows an indication of what? Come on, give me the answer. If you don't know, act fucking dotish. Somebody's using synthetic testosterone. Caps, calm the fuck down, Caps. All right, just calm down, man. But this word protocol, maybe I made a mistake. Just like Manager Marty say, they different entities, they different organizations, and maybe I'm using the wrong word, protocols, right? Because, I thought VADA and USADA go through certain protocols or laws that WADA established, right? That you can't do. Certain things you can't do, right? So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe VADA got his own rules. WADA got his own rules. USADA got his own rules. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe don't go through no protocols and all this bullshit. I know that VADA takes their labs to a accredited lab called WADA. That's one. But the rules, I don't know. But I know one thing about these rules, man. And all of them. And I read it. And all of them. Easy work. When you're getting tested, or you're about to be in competition, or is it VADA doing out of competition, no matter if the promoter pays for it, whatever, for 12, 8, 6, 10 weeks, whatever it is, right? I know one thing they all 3 have in common, WADA, VADA, and USADA. You cannot inject intramuscular, intravenous, or subcutaneous while you in or out of competition. Okay? That's one thing I know that all 3 have. They might have different rules, whatever, but that is what it is. Intravenous, intramuscular, or subcutaneous. You can't do that. So when they say intravenous, that means you can't put in your vein and take saline, minerals, and vitamins, right? Because what is that called? A masking agent. Yeah, that's what it's called. And we'll get that back in the future when we talk about what Conte say in part 6, right? Okay, let's move on. Caps and fool, you bitch ass nigga. They could check it out.
I know who WADA is. I know who VADA is.
Yeah.
I know who you. Hold on. I know who USADA is. I know the testing I know all of that. I can clarify what I meant when I said I didn't know something. But go ahead. I want to hear your.
No, I understand. But on my videos, I show proof. I let you talk, and I show proof. That's as simple as that.
Yes.
My question to you is a simple question, very easy question. Do you think Snack
is using PEDs, anabolics. That's it. That's all I want to know.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying, to your opinion, or do you feel that?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, but you do know it. But you know snack works, right?
Oh, everybody on the panel, and even including you, we all know it works.
Yeah, I also NONITO DONAIRE. He knows, because he been working with Victor Conte for years, and he's been a champion. So he's been doing it too, right?
Yes, I'm fully aware of that. Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So I don't understand. I mean, I did hear Victor Conte on Coach Malachi, and he gave his explanation. So if anybody on your channel wants to go and listen to it, I'm pretty sure if he doesn't come up on your channel, I mean, he got a larger view than you. I mean, you got like 44 people in here. He had about 200 or 300 people. So I'm just saying.
I'm glad to hear that he's got more viewership. I mean, he has a larger subscription base, so he should. But here's the thing I want to share with you real quick, if I may. I don't suggest that my audience have to go on someone else's platform to hear a pre-recorded video of what Conte said. I think since Conte came in my comment section, I didn't call him. He reached out to me. He should come up here and speak to my audience instead of my audience running to somebody else's platform to hear something he said 2 weeks ago.
So did you hear what he said? That he would not advise his subscribers, his viewers, to go to another channel and get education purposes. This is a small boxing community. You understand what I'm saying? So what his suggestion is, don't go there. Wait for him to get it from here. Listen, I'm going to give you proof right here. When you started your live, you didn't know Victor Conte was coming on. When I came on, you had 44 people listening, right? When Victor got on, right, yesterday, when Victor got on, and the other brothers, me and the other 2 brothers, we got off so you can have a one-on-one with Victor Conte, 44 became 100 and something. Easy work. You know why? Word on the curb, son. Because your live there had nothing to do about, your live did not say that Victor Conte was coming. Right? Your live was not, Victor Conte is going to be alive, so now everybody knows. No, word on the curb, man. Just like one day I'm listening to you, and next day I'm not. But I caught you at the right time, right? And guess what? If I know somebody in the boxing community and they text me and say, yo, man, go check out Marty. That's how it starts, bro. So me, I'm going to let you know right now. Best fight the best, he's a bitch-ass nigga. And I don't like him. Right? I dislike him. Knockout 86. He's a bitch-ass nigga. But everybody in my subscribers, they know one thing about me. I said, go ahead. Go subscribe to those bitch-ass niggas. It's a free country. You can do whatever you want. Because like I said, if I go over there and listen to Coach Malachi, I had an interview with Victor Conte, and most of the things that he said on your panel, but you got more out of him. You got his face. You got more details and stuff like that. But majority of the things he's talking about, arrow spans, blah, 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 he said, right? But as a subscriber to him and you, he said something that made me think. And then if I had a chance to ask him again, right, I would rephrase it different. You see what I'm saying? To get more out of him. So you saying, so let's go on and listen a little bit more about what you're saying and why you're saying these things about I won't advise my subscribers. And I will show you that it's because you have emotional retardation when it comes to Coach Malachi. Now, I got emotional retardation with Best Fight the Best and Knockout, but guess what? I still say go subscribe to him. You know why? Because my proof is that I don't care if somebody's doing better than me, on the same level of me, or lower than me. Anybody know my channel? Rebel, Big Knock, Mac Mob, 3 Illa. Main Man. Yo, all these dudes know that I give them props. I big up their channel. And I never ask them to do the same for me. If they do, that's what I'm talking about. Right? But you know a bitch-ass nigga when you see one. And you don't have to be a bitch-ass niggas, but you can have bitch-ass tendencies, right? And you could be like, well, you know what? Let's listen a little bit more of the tendencies that he have and why he would not tell his subscribers to listen to these people over here or those people over there. Okay, let's run this shit again.
I'm just saying, I just think that's more, you know.
But this is a boxing family. This is education purposes only. So if somebody's educating you and you want them to come up on your panel, but instead they're already on somebody's panel, you could direct them over there and say, this is what Victor Conte said. But you can still have Victor Conte on your channel. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's education purposes only.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm going to tell you something. I listened to the first 5 minutes of that, and with all due respect to Coach Malachi, he didn't ask certain questions that my audience want to know the answers to. So whatever he asked over there, we can hear the answers that he asked to the questions, but we can't prove that my audience won't ask the same questions. I don't know what questions they won't want to know. So he got to come over here. You know,
okay, well,
can I interject on this for a brief moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Calm down, brother. Ain't nobody.
No, you interjecting. You're not letting me finish.
Yeah, and I asked, may I? I didn't rudely interrupt. I said, may I? All you have to do is say, please let me finish. You can calm down a little bit.
You may not.
All right, go ahead, Cass. We get you. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
But you're right, brother. Some of the questions that your panel want to ask, if they go over there and they listen to what he has to say, they might have a better, bright idea to give him even more advanced questions when they come.
I know, but you're making assumptions of what I got to do. I don't need nobody to tell me how to run mine. I appreciate your platform, but we got it all controlled over here. We just want Victor to come here because he told me he would come here. So when he come here, I'll let the people ask.
Oh, okay. So you can go ahead, brother. I'm just going to chill in the background. You go ahead, brother.
No, you stay right there because I got some questions for you now. But before I ask you, let my cousin speak because I wanted him to get a chance. Go ahead. You stay right there. I got some.
Yeah, so I just want to make 2 quick points. One of the points was, he said you can go to another channel since something was already asked. If that's the case, then people would only make a one-stop, trip. One person to interview, they would never speak on the same subject again, and then we wouldn't have this thing called the media. So that's normal. My other thing I would point out is you said, well, that person had more views. Now I want to know, do you have more subscribers than Manager Marty? Because if that's the case, if people need to go over there to see it, then by Manager Marty, if he does have more subscribers by you, then what would be the point for his subscribers to go watch your channel? And it's not a diss. I'm just pointing out something you pointed because you made a point of it seemed like, oh, if somebody has larger numbers, that's what it came across as. Not saying you said it, but it came across like you're saying because somebody has a larger following, there's no need for somebody to basically check out what the lower follower guy has.
No. Do you want me to answer it? I can answer it.
You can answer it.
I do have less subscribers, right? Like I always say on my channel, I don't have Instagram. I don't have a lot of these places I tag. I come and I go when I feel like it, right? So that's on me. I didn't put the work in. I just come and go. I make videos and I come and go. So, but I always get my information just like how I come to Marty. I come to Coach. I go to 78. Even if I like someone and I don't like someone, I like it negative and positive. That's what makes me get brighter ideas. So that's all I was saying about your panel could go over there, but that doesn't mean that they gotta betray Marty. No, they come back.
Well, here's the problem that I have with that.
It's not about that, brother.
Here's the problem that I have with that, and I got to say this with all sincerity. I will never encourage any of my audience, nowhere, for nobody, to go over to his channel for 2 reasons.
Well, you feel some kind of way. You feel some kind of way.
2 reasons. Let me tell you my reasons why. Number one, he don't know anything about the business of boxing. And number 2, he calls me Janitor Farty this. You've heard him call me pet names. And I called him on the phone. And he wouldn't even come over here like a man and address me. So why would I call my audience to go over to a guy who don't want to come over here?
So, as you can see, he has emotional retardation when it comes to how he feels. And he don't want his subscribers to go over there. But just like CEOs and corporations, they're not loyal to the worker. And subscribers ain't loyal to you. Okay, this is what makes the boxing community rotates, man. That's what it rotates. So for you to say, I'm not going to suggest them to go there because he doesn't know boxing. He had people on his show. You had people on your show. It is what it is, man. That's your opinion. That's not your subscribers' opinion that they don't know boxing. But you're going to influence your subscribers not to get the knowledge, to restrict their knowledge because you feel some kind of emotional chemical imbalance and retardation for this man. Like I said, I have a chemical imbalance and emotional retardation for Best Fight the Best, but at the same time I say go subscribe to that bitch ass nigga. I don't give 2 shits because education is education regardless if you like it or not. All right, it is what it is. So now I fall back, but he wants to ask me a question. All right, look, ask me a question, man.
You know he don't want to come and talk to me.
Listen,
I respect you more because at least you came over to talk to me. You came as a man. And guess what? I let you on here after you dissed me, brother. So now I got a question for you.
I didn't diss you.
I got a question for you. Hold on, I got you right here.
You said I dissed you? Okay.
You did this four. You just said you did a 4-part video on me. No problem. Now,
No.
I never said you disrespect me. I said you diss me.
But you know, I think you see the difference.
Now, can somebody tell me what the word diss is and where it came from? Is it short for disrespect? And he said, listen carefully. He said, you disrespected me. You did a 4-part video on me on your channel. So, as you can see, people on my channel know what disrespect is. Okay, you can know the difference. If you look at part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and you watch Marty and how I'm trying to educate him or what he don't know, and then you watch me disrespect best, fight the best, well then you'll know difference between disrespect. Now you could cut it diss or disrespect. It is it's any way you want it to be. But still, once you say diss, it comes from disrespect. So I don't know if it's a different diss or disrespect. I don't know what it is, man. But yeah. Go. Yeah. Right? So to me, I already heard what you said the first time. I go by what you said the first time. And you feel like I disrespect you because I did 4 videos about you. That's what I feel. Now you're trying to change it up where this is different from the word disrespect. Okay, so let's move along a little bit more on the information, brother. But I'm glad that you feel you respect me more as a man, and I didn't, But believe me, you'll know disrespect if you see a video of mine on Best Fight the Best or Knock 86.
And let me let you in on something. The difference between me and Coach Malachi, when Victor Conte reached out to me through email, Twitter, and YouTube channel, guess what? Nobody asked him to come up here. He voluntarily came to come talk to me.
That's
when he went over,
Whoa, back up now. You said Victor Conte volunteer. Now, I don't know if you're going to let your subscribers, but I saw the whole live of Victor Conte, the whole thing. And the first thing he had announced, now you just said this, that he volunteered. No, he said, on behalf of Rachel, NONITO DONAIRE's wife, yeah? On behalf of Rachel, I came on your channel, on her behalf, right? So you probably got a background of your channel, and he didn't like what you was spitting or whatever, and if it was up to him, he wouldn't come. That's reading between the lines. Read between the lines. On behalf of Rachel, I came, right? If it wasn't on her behalf of her influence, he wouldn't have thought twice about you, right? Now, let's go on to what he's saying about the situation with Coach Malachi and how he got the interview. Okay, this is listen.
over there, but guess what? When he went over here to Coach Malachi fooled the people and act like he didn't know Victor was calling. But Victor was sick. But hey, Victor Conte was sick. Victor Conte was asked by somebody else to go over there.
Where's the proof? Who is that?
Hey, listen here.
Hey.
Go ask him. Go ask him who. Hey, go ask him who. Hey, listen. Go ask your man. Go ask your man who told Victor to call him.
First of all, ain't nobody my man. Nobody's my man.
I'm just talking like you cool with him. You talking like it's your man.
I'm asking you where you get that information from. If you ain't got no proof, then we back to square one.
Oh, I got proof. Anything I speak on publicly, you don't play. Hey, this called Roller Tape Podcast.
Man.
Right, so he said he got proof. He got proof, right? You know, I hate, like, back in the days or whatever, because I don't really fuck with people a lot no more. But you ever notice, like, sometimes women will play these games, and they'll come up to you and say, I heard somebody told me you fuck so-and-so. And, back in the day, you stupid, you dumb and shit. But in this day and age, if something happened like that, you'd be like, yeah, who told you? And they would say, well, it's not that important. And I would say, well, get the fuck out my face, you and your pussy. Yeah, the older I get, the more sigma I get. I just have no patience with human nature, yo. All right? And that's the way I would say, well, go over there and fuck with that person, that gave you that information, right? Don't come over here second guessing me, right? So now let's do Colombo. I love Colombo, right? Back in the days, I was one of my best detectives, right? I know there was Starsky and Hutch and Magnum P.I. and Who Loves Your Baby, Kojak, and blah, 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 and all this shit, right? But I like to play stupid, right? And then make that person get real high, elevated, and then make them feel like they slip. They're going to slip. They're going to slip. And the thing that he's slipping on is that what do these two have in common? Coach Malachi and Manager Marty. Well, if I could recall, I think, maybe I'm wrong, right? But Rachel, NONITO DONAIRE's wife, right? She likes to go on these channels. No problem. She's very educated, right? She likes to go on boxing channels, right? And say this and say that and whatever, right? So he slipped. He said that Victor Conte came voluntarily, where Victor just said, hey, I did it on behalf of Rachel. But who do Rachel know? Rachel knows Manager Marty. And I remember at that ending when of that video yesterday, right, when she was leaving the live, she said, and something hit me in my head. She said, Marty, I'll call you later. I'll call you later. All right. So that tells me that they're not having a relationship or nothing like that. I'm not going to go that far because I got no proof. But I'm just saying that they talk a lot, right? Because she's been on his video, his channel, plenty of times, right? So how can I take his word when, one, he lied and say, you know, he came up here voluntarily. He sent me emails and this and that. Yo, I swear, man, read between the lines as a mother effer, yo. Captain Fuji is a motherfucker, yo. I'm telling you, right? And I think Coach Malachi, so when he's saying, oh, I know somebody spoke to Coach Malachi on reference of Victor Conte coming on his show. So he's trying to probably say, the only person I know, if I put the lines together and snort them, I would think it's Rachel, right? Maybe Rachel said, I'm going to plug you in and then he's trying to say that Malachi lied to the people and act like he wasn't coming up. But there's no proof of that. But I got proof of you lying, nigga. My Negro. I got proof that you're saying Victor Conte, he's coming up voluntarily. But Victor Conte just smacked you in the face with your lie, because he said on behalf of Rachel, and you know Rachel. And Rachel been on your channel. So who you fooling? Run the track.
Hey, this is why you respect me, Cash 4G. Because when I speak, I got the paperwork. I got the evidence when I speak publicly.
Well, I do too. When you call my channel, you see it.
I respect you, brother.
You might have took it as a disrespect, but I do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 on everything that we talked about on your channel, and I show proof.
Okay, so what proof did you have on me? Show me. What did you say about me? Because I don't know.
We were talking about USADA with Mayweather, and you didn't know about certain things about leaders of IV and certain things like that. You didn't know about
Mayweather. I said I don't know if Mayweather had an IV. You asked me, did Mayweather have an IV in his arm before a fight? And I was honest with you. I said I don't know. I didn't see him with IV. I don't know.
Exactly, but I show proof that you didn't know what I knew, and I show proof to the audience that you don't have to know everything, but just because you don't know everything doesn't mean you're not smart. That's all it is.
I just didn't see Mayweather. What I'm saying is I know Mayweather started this whole ordeal with people cheating in boxing, and he is the one who spearheaded Olympic-style drug testing in this sport, and he used USADA to do it, and everybody that fought Mayweather had to go through USADA to be tested, and including Manny Pacquiao, which is how this all started between them in the first place. So I'm well abreast on that. So when you said IV, I don't know if you didn't clarify to me that you meant he was being tested by USADA. It sounded like you were saying that he was using IV to enhance himself with something. Did I misinterpret that?
Yeah, you did, because first of all,
I apologize.
Okay, you fluff it up, but I'm just saying. If
I'm what? What you say?
Listen, when I mean fluffing, you're just gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna let you know.
Go ahead. I don't understand the language. Go ahead.
Big Baby Miller, he took all the drugs in the world, and he was the one talking about AJ on drugs. So some people that's be the biggest advocate to be the one in the background doing shit.
Are you referring to Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah. And I got proof because Ellaby, and I'm going to show you proof. Listen, go to my channel. I show you proof that Ellaby said he had to talk for Mayweather. He had to talk. Mayweather couldn't even open his mouth to the question. You had an IV in your arm right after the weigh-in. Can you give me a reason? Well, my blood was dirty. I had to work really hard for the fight. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Ellaby says, stop it. Let me talk for you. So if somebody's talking about an IV in your arm and going past the leaders and doing it in your house and not in a medical, and you got a TV because money talks and bullshit walks and the fight got to go on. Hey, you broke a lot of protocols from WADA that VADA and USADA goes by. So that's what I was trying to show you proof that he did do it and he admitted it. It's not from me. It's from Ellaby and Mayweather. I show a clip of them both sitting here. And it's
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if Mayweather cheated or performance enhancement or drugs.
But you're right.
I don't know about it.
Bro, but Marty, you're right because that's because he took an IV doesn't mean that he was using performance enhancing, but he could have been masking it. He could have been masking it. That's what he could have been doing.
You keep saying could have been, but you saying you have evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. I really.
All right. So he's saying, I keep telling him, but I don't have any evidence. So I'm going to get straight to the point because, like I said, part 1, 2, 3, and 4, I show all this, but I guess he didn't see all of it because I guess he was getting irritable by it. And yeah, you felt like I disrespect you, but I didn't disrespect you 400%. So you want me back on your channel so you could probably get the get back, right? But I'm gonna do this one more time, all right? And this ain't coming from me. It's not coming from anybody else. Listen to what Ellaby and Mayweather is saying and what Mayweather's not saying. And he letting Ellaby talk about what Mayweather put in his body. Booger Ellaby. You want to hear it? Please listen.
Well, can you explain what you took after the weigh-in, the packet where you had the TUE from your side, the fluid that you took? And I was surprised that you had to take, whatever it was you took after the weigh-in that you saw that the saline solution and whatever else it was. I know you saw it, but they gave you a TUE.
I mean, with any fighter, some fighters take Pedialyte, limited to just rehydrate. When a fighter's well, my question is this: my urine, like my urine was dark, extremely dark, darker than normal. That could be from overworking. Extremely dark.
Well, let me just say the question I wanted to ask was, you're normally not struggling to make weight because you're
walking. I'm struggling there.
So I guess, why did you have
because a lot of times what happens is that when you work, you become dehydrated. It's not that you're struggling to make weight. It's just he pushes himself so hard. You got to remember. I'm a lot older now. Yeah, and you got to remember too is that we're going down through. He's going down through the drug testing. So he's working out, having to get blood taken, give urine and do all this, also with preparing for a fight. So it was nothing out of the ordinary.
Where did you think UFC announced?
Listen to what Mayweather, well, not Mayweather, Ellaby said about what Mayweather can't speak about, that Mayweather put in his body, right? And he gave him these excuses. He was rehydrated. His blood, his urine was dirty. He worked out too hard. He's older now. Okay, that's all the above for Manny Pacquiao. But I don't hear nothing about Manny Pacquiao using those bullshit excuses to put an IV in his arm, to take saline, minerals, and vitamins. And guess what? Going past the leaders of those. Yo, man, he's wrong. He's wrong to doing it. And it makes him suspect. It makes him suspicious. Well, it don't make him suspicious to the Flomos, right? But it makes him suspicious to everybody else, including the Pack-Tards, okay? And including me, right? Because we could always get this shit done one time. If it was a reverse role, oh, y'all would have had a ball game with this bullshit with Manny. What, an IV? What? And you ain't notified? He got a TUE? And you ain't notified Flomo's, Floyd Mayweather team after 3 weeks? All that stuff, man. All that stuff. So if it was the reverse role, oh, man, we can hear loud and strong, right? So, I'm just showing you proof, right? Because you said you never saw this, you never heard it. Well, guess what? Maybe your ear was restricted because certain people you didn't want to hear. because you had emotional chemical balance retardation. So maybe you ain't see it. Certain things you didn't click on because you're manager Marty. You was there with the Pacquiao and Floyd. You was there at the you know what happened at the weigh-in, after the weigh-in. It was all over the news on YouTube. Come on, man. Oh, man. So let's hear what he got to say now.
I never heard none of this before, bro.
There you go, but that's why you gotta watch part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of Manager Marty and Captain Full. That's why you gotta watch it.
Well, here's the thing. All right, well, Captain, let me say something to you, because I got my cousin here, I got all the people here. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I could be wrong. I want to make sure I wear glasses anyway. Let me make sure I can see clearly. Is that Victor Conte in the chat? It say Victor Conte. I don't know if that's really him or somebody. You know, people be playing. You know, I don't know. It say Victor Conte. I don't know if that's him in the chat or not.
Well, let him listen to us. Let him listen. Because I'm going to school you on some stuff about it.
Yeah.
Is that Victor Conte in the chat? Let me put on my glasses. Is my vision blurry? What a coincidence. Listen, man, part 6, because we're going to go and dissect this Victor Conte interview. Great interview. Listen, I gave a thumbs up to Marty, and I gave him a $5 super chat, right? I've been doing this way in the past with the LDBC, man. Donating money and for the information and stuff like that. Even if I agree or disagree. Listen, man, I gotta go. I got things to do. It's not what they say, it's what they not say. All right, read between the lines. Anyway, look out for part 6 of this. I'm gonna use this interview with Manager Marty, and I'm gonna see if I can bust it down better than him and give you some more info. Yeah, I'll see. Depends how I feel. But best fight the best. I'll check you some other time. 1.